He, she's, theys, and all those who slay. Welcome to a nice show that has more tension than a contract signing and more pop than a Royal Rumble surprise return. Welcome to Kicking Out 2. I am Michael, and with me is the queen of the quotable, the icon of insight, and the only person I trust with the book, Tori. Hey, Tori.
You know, you keep coming up with these, and I'm just never going to live up to this.
What are you talking about? You are them. You are her, ma'am. Real quick before we get started too far, let's go ahead and hear from Debbie.
Kicking Out at 2 intern Ace Finley here. And before Michael and Tori hit the ropes and dive into the latest in the world of wrestling, let's tag in one of our show's partners, W Energy. If you're looking to fuel your grind, whether it's late night booking sessions, streaming, or just surviving Monday, W Energy's got your back. No crash, no jitters, just clean focus. Use code Kicking Out, all one word, at checkout to get 10% off your order. Now let's get back to the show.
How is everyone doing today? Thank you for joining into the show. For those that are currently still watching us, we're crazy. We appreciate you being here. We'll go ahead and slip straight into the news, though. Starting it off, the big one that everybody's talking about is Seth Rollins and his injury. There seems to be a lot of intrigue of whether he is injured, he isn't injured. Hey, Stampede. Welcome in. Oh, the Wrestling Divas podcast. Welcome in.
Welcome.
New podcast on the horizon. Definitely take a chance to go and watch them. They have an intro video up right now, so you can see the two lovely people that are going to be running that show. But Seth Rollins may be injured, or is he? So
right, yeah,
he unexpectedly lost to LA Knight at Saturday night's main event. Producers were told that Rollins was supposed to win. Unfortunately, he did hit a couple of things.
When the music plays.
When the
news music plays.
Yeah. We can't hear the news music, so I don't know when it's over. So, without looking at my panel here just to see the numbers bumping up and down. Hopefully that'll change soon, but I'll just try to keep a better eye on it. Thank you for the programming note. But he did a couple of moves. People think he did it on the moonsault. However, if you look, he actually planted off of a springboard first, and he kind of had a little hitch in his giddy up after that. So that might actually be where it hit, and then this, exacerbated when he did the moonsault. But lately, we've been seeing pictures and videos of him on crutches. He's been on a bunch of talk shows, and he mentions like, "Hey, I got the crutches in the corner. I've got the lovely little brace on my knee, and all this." So it's a lot of talking about this injury that we don't usually do, and so that's a little strange. So it's kind of brought up the internet to say, like, is he really injured? Are we really getting fed the right information? Backstage sources say it was treated as real, but no one knows for sure, and that it could be like a Machiavellian situation of they are just working everybody in this conversation. Before I say my opinion on that idea, what do you think of his injury? Like, do you think it's real? Do you think it's...
Oh, I think he's hurt. Do I think he's going to be out 8 to 10 months? Fuck no.
Okay.
I won't be surprised if he shows up and cashes in at SummerSlam.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because even if he cashes in and wins, he doesn't have to do a lot. If he's good enough to run down the ramp or even slow walk his ass down the ramp,
yeah,
clean up the scraps with a roll-up, he doesn't have to do anything. You could literally put the title on him and all he did was get the pinfall.
Yep, you definitely could.
I think they're making it way more than it actually is to get a response, because the response when it happens will be crazy.
Mm-hmm. Now, if it's really being held that close to the chest, even behind the scenes, I feel kind of bad for the boys. I do, but
And I'm not a fan of them doing that. I get it,
right.
but I'm not a fan of it.
But
It erodes trust with your talent.
I do. You know, we see all the time of the leaks, and we see all the time of people like giving information to people that they probably shouldn't have, and so then we end up hearing about it, hearing about injuries, hearing about storylines,
Right.
them having to, as much as Paul hates the word, pivot because they, some big surprise happens to be leaked into the sources.
See? You do that stupid thing when I say, here's the thing, you need one for pivot too. You're welcome.
I'll try to find one for a pivot. But if that's the case, though, like I said, I do feel bad for the boys in the back. I do say, though, and this is going to be
Don't
one.
you already have a title that's not defended?
What's that?
What Stampede said.
So if you put the title on him and he isn't. How long did Roman have the title and not defend it?
How often does Cena defend it? How often does Gunther defend it? Like,
I think
I get
Cena's
it.
done pretty well on it. Like,
but honestly, if you can give him 3 weeks off between matches,
yeah,
and he's good enough to go, okay.
yeah, because I think it used to be 30 days was
It used to be
the
But you
kayfabe.
threw that out the window with Roman.
Yeah,
because that was once every 30 months.
but I would say 90 days. I'd say that's pretty like safe, like especially with 2 world titles. But here's my thing, and the way I'm going to say this, I want to go ahead and apologize now for the listeners for how I'm going to say this. But if that's the case, work me, daddy. Like I want to be worked. I want, like, even in the position we're in of doing this podcast, and like I'm a Patreon with SRS and all that stuff. I love not having all the answers. And so I love the fact that I'm questioning, is this real or not?
I'm a big fan of, is this real or not?
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of working the people that work there. I do get it, because I understand that there's certain things you don't want people to know.
Right.
I understand that part. Do I think working the boys is a good idea? No.
I think as long as if you keep it in a tight-knit circle, I'm fine with it. Who is this going to impact, for instance? So like this is going to impact the 2 world champs. This is going to impact the Seth Riders. This is going to impact Seth himself. Yes, thank you, Stampede. That is Stampede has coined that phrase, and I'm using it every time.
That's nice.
Checks in the mail.
I hadn't heard that. That's nice.
It affects Seth himself, and it affects LA Knight, because LA Knight, he was in that situation, so obviously he's also kind of needs to be in the know. If those people know, I'm fine. If you hide it from the rest of the boys, the people it does not impact at all, then okay. Because they don't need to know.
Okay.
The answer to that story.
I can get behind that.
But everybody, though, like everybody not knowing what's going on with your major talent with a briefcase, that's okay. We need to get that done. Unfortunately, he's talking about other injuries. Kevin Owens did Cody's podcast not too long ago, and he mentioned like, hey, we're kind of riding this until we can't anymore. I'm not doing surgery until they say, hey, you have to do it. Well, it looks like he had to do it. He had neck surgery officially on July 18th. It is said that it was successful. So now he's just on a recovery. We're going to see where it goes. Hopefully it means he can come back at some point, but we have seen people that have had neck issues before that have not been able to come back. So
I think some of it depends on what the injury is and what they had to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if the injury is serious enough that you can't do it, please don't.
Mm-hmm.
How much did we cringe when Danielson came back? Every time he did anything that
I
Danielson does,
I still do. Danielson actually just did a video with Bree. And he mentioned, like, they were talking about, like, were you cleared to do all that stuff you did? And he's like, no. Like, I did some
it's
stuff
easier
that,
to ask forgiveness than it is
yeah.
permission.
I'm like, man, don't go out there and do shit your doctor said don't do.
Look,
But he was like, Dr.
that man
Sampson
is
wasn't bad when
never
I got
stopping.
back. So apparently it
Right.
wasn't
Oh,
too
I'm
bad.
sure Dr. Sampson yelled at him a lot.
No, he said Sampson wasn't mad when he got to the back. So, I mean,
okay.
apparently ended up being okay, but it wasn't things that they cleared to do. Like, he did some stuff out there that he didn't talk to them about. Man, don't do that. Like, tell him what you're planning on doing, and don't do more than that, because
100%.
we don't need you out for good.
Right. Well, Kevin has a good enough mind for the business. He's not going to be done,
No.
even if he can't go. Now, do I think he steps away for a while? 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Do I think he ends up working somewhere? And I don't know where, because he obviously was a huge part of ROH's past.
Right.
He's the kind of guy you hand that book to and don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm.
Tell him who he has available and don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, I agree. Let's see, just catch up on a couple of things here. Stampede said, they've done it many times in the past and currently, but this would mean the top title and the secondary title are rarely defended. Not ideal. Absolutely, I agree. I would like them to do more title defenses. I think part of that, though, is just too much titles. I think we need to start tying those down a little bit. I thought about just the other night, thinking about the new SmackDown 6 is the best way I can explain it, which is the tag team division. The tag team division is killing it over there. Let's just kill the Raw titles, the Raw tag titles. Make SmackDown the tag team place. Move all the tag teams over there. I don't need two separate tag team divisions, because now I'm looking at going, how come SmackDown's so amazing and Raw is bullshit?
Right. No, you're not wrong.
Like, you obviously know how to do it. Stampede also said, flip Gunther's title over to Phil. That frees up Gunther to target Cena. When Seth is ready, he can target Phil. I agree with that. I think that's where that story should go.
That's where it needs to be.
Yeah. Him and Phil need to blow this off at some point. One, Phil's longer in the tooth than he used to be. And so absolutely we need to do that. Debut of Monica Monroe.
Who?
Yeah.
Blake Monroe?
Does Blake Monroe have a sister now?
Apparently. I'm not watching NXT, so.
Yeah, I'm not watching it currently, so I don't know. Educate us on Monica Monroe while we go through this. Next thing is Deonna Purrazzo's status. She's under the radar, but she is still under contract. But we haven't seen her. Like, the last time she appeared, she did a taping of ROH TV back on June 21st. But she's currently signed into a 3-year deal until 27. So, I mean, they still have her for a while. She's not going anywhere.
I saw her. Did you see the match with her and Gresham?
Mm-hmm.
Was so good.
Yeah, it was damn good.
It's one of those things. Their women's roster is almost too big for what they're doing with it. And this is why it goes back to the conversation we had about a women's show.
Mm-hmm.
You could easily do it. You have the people for it.
Yeah.
You have the feuds for it. The shit's writing itself. Put her and Taya back together. They were great together, either as a team or against each other.
Yeah. I totally
You're not
agree
bringing
with
Athena in. Of course he did. Because he probably started to call her Mariah May because that's her fucking name. I don't know what her actual name is, but you understand my point. I just don't.
I love Black Snow. He's great. What were you going to say?
I just can't with Booker. But the fact that everybody's doing that thing he was doing for Stephanie when she does it, yes. But you have enough women in the AEW, between AEW and ROH, you have a shitload of talent. Do a women's show.
Yeah.
Do an all-women show. Don't call it anything ridiculous. Just do an AEW women's roster show. Call it whatever you want to. It doesn't have to be a pay-per-view. You really want to piss off the competition? Make it a weekly show or an every other week show or a twice a month show, a once a month show, whatever.
Sorry.
What?
You don't want to call it nothing stupid, but you said once a month show.
I'm just saying.
Women, period.
I'm leaving. It's been fun.
My apologies. I'm sorry to anybody who had to listen to that joke. That was horrible. No, I agree with it. Like it's they've got so much great talent there, and like I didn't even think about Deanna still being in that company. I thought she was out on the indies at this point, and like I didn't even realize she was still hired.
But that's the advantage of their contracts, and it's why everybody likes to go in there, because you can still go do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Yeah. So WWE's coming up on that too, and I saw today Natty's going to go off and do something else again.
Is WWE coming up on that, or is Natty just saying "fuck y'all"?
I mean, that could be too.
You ain't.
But yeah, I'm gonna go do this shit.
So I'm gonna book my damn self, and then be like, "Oh, by the way, yeah, I knew Taker was showing up. I just don't care." And that's not a shot. I apologize today. I'm not talking about. He doesn't do any. He's not putting any more eyes on the show. So why are we doing this?
Let's put eyes on
People
LFG.
aren't tuning into NXT for the first time because the Undertaker's there. They're not doing that.
Yeah. I think he's at this point putting eyes on LFG.
I 100% agree with you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I'm fine with that. Yeah, he's getting people to look at LFG. Cool. But I get that his people were there last week, had the whole thing with Trick, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah. I mean, the basic question I think that comes with this whole Deanna situation is, are we wasting proven talent just kind of chilling behind the scenes? And that's not a knock on AEW. WWE does it too. TNA does it too. Like, when you have a bigger roster than what you need to have, you're going to have people that aren't on the show every week. And it's unfortunate for those that we know could do it, because Deanna's amazing.
She is fantastic in the ring. And the pop when she came out, granted, they were in New Jersey, which is where she's from, but every time she comes out, it's a good reaction. Her music is knowable. You know her music. Like,
she's not like Rusev. When his music goes off, I'm like, who the fuck is that?
Look, I said it earlier. I'll say it now. I don't care about him, Sonic.
By God.
I don't. I don't care about the scene with him and Che. Was this one of your things?
No.
I don't want to get ahead of something, but I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, nothing they've done with Rusev has made me give a shit about him. I don't buy him as legitimate contender. I don't care about him and Sheamus fighting. Like, why do I care?
Yeah. Well, and I told you.
Malachi's the same thing, like you said.
Yeah, I said it to you earlier, and I said it on John's review show last night in the chat. It feels to me like we're redoing the bar, because like we've got this constant matchup between the two. I think that's probably going to turn into some sort of best of 7 between the two. And then
I hope not.
We're going to, oh, well, we love just beating each other up. We might as well beat other people up. And then they become a tag team. And then why?
If this happens, if that's what they do, I cannot imagine the fan reaction to this.
Yeah.
I can't imagine the Twitter reaction from Cesaro. Claudio's going to say something.
Especially if they use the bar.
Literally. But what else are you going to call him?
He's just going to text back, the bar is broken. Uh,
Literally, the bar left. The bar went for somewhere that they actually got to wrestle.
I guess we lowered the bar, something like that.
Something.
Speaking of other things, though, we mentioned in our tweet earlier to kind of get you guys excited for the show is that someone disappeared. Will Ospreay just kind of disappeared. We did an angle where we broke his neck.
They hurt him at All In.
Yeah, but there's been no information as far as why we did this, of why he's being written off of TV, as far as if he's taking time for himself, if he's got a nagging injury. He just kind of got wrote off the show.
I do wonder if it's because Alex Windsor showed up and he's at home with their kid, because he said he's not moving.
Yeah.
So it's possible he's home with the kid and just taking some time, because he works a high risk style. The Redeemer's
The Redeemer's Day.
it doesn't have the same ring.
No,
it really doesn't.
It doesn't. But if you bring Michael in and have him do it, though, like I'm good with that.
But yeah, Ospreay, I'm not surprised. That match they did it to All In was fucking incredible.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not surprised. It's not going to hurt anything to have him off TV for a little bit. They wrote Joe off because he's doing press for the TV show on Peacock.
Twisted Metal.
Yeah, that one. Couldn't think of the name of it. So I get it.
Yeah.
But their roster is stacked enough that just not having Ospreay is not going to hurt anything.
No, but if they keep losing people, because another one that's going to be out for a little while now is Kenny. Kenny just got announced that he's out. He's had some nagging injuries, and so he's going to take some more time off. No word on whether this is a planned hiatus or if it's an injury or both. But he's wrestled 10 matches since he returned from diverticulitis, which is obviously a serious condition. But now it said he's going to be taking some more time off.
Take all the time you need.
Mm-hmm.
Again, this is not a matter. See, the WWE can't afford to lose too many top people because their main event card is only so big. AEW is literally next man up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they have so much talent that you can put into a main event position. Take the time. Give it to him. I'm great with it. I love it.
I'm great with him I'm great with him taking the time. My only worry is you are right. It's next man up. But at some point, the star power that we haven't built in some of those people that we're going to have to pull up is going to affect things. Because with Kenny being out, with Samoa Joe being out, with Adam Cole being out, now we're going to take, Omega out again. At some point, we're going to run out of these stars.
Right. No, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
But I do think you have enough talent that you can put into a main event spot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Ibushi just came back. Well, there's Okada's first opponent.
Yeah.
You can get a solid 2 pay-per-views out of that. Well, there's 2 months, minimum, 3 months.
Yeah.
Because we have what? All Out in London and then Wrestle Dream?
Yeah.
Is that, I think Forbidden Door's in there.
Somewhere in there. I'll let you look that up.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
All right. They have...
To his point, like to me, it's not the credibility, it's the star power. That's the more thing I'm concerned about, because do I think, like Kyle Fletcher, you move him up to the world title scene, I'm perfectly fine with it, but he's not a home name yet. So,
I think he's quickly getting there.
Yeah, absolutely, he's getting there.
Forbidden Doors, August 24th. All Out is September 20th. Wrestle Dynasty, is co-promoted with New Japan, Stardom, and CMLL. Was just announced for. Oh wait, that's not. Am I losing it? Wrestle Dream is the one I'm thinking of.
Mm-hmm.
Is their next one is October 18th? They just announced. So Okay, so you start Ibushi Okada by the time you're done with All Out in London in September. There's 2 months. Bring Ospreay back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just, I agree. There are some people that are not household names. Do I think Fletcher's getting there quickly? Absolutely. Takeshita.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a fan of AEW, you know who the fuck Takeshita is.
And I don't disagree. I feel like we might end up, if enough of these big names get sidelined, I think we could lose a portion of that fan base.
That's fair.
I do feel like there are some people that are watching it because, oh, I know him, I know this guy, so I'm gonna watch it to watch that guy. We
I get
might
what you're
lose some
saying.
of that, but hopefully everything's fine. Hopefully, like Stampede said that he's heard that it was just nagging injuries for Ospreay. Hopefully it's just some things. He goes home, rests up a little bit, come back in a month or two, fresh and ready to go. Someone who has not come back yet, and this unfortunately does not give me hope for him coming back. Jillian Claire, welcome in. Big E has stated that he is going to be writing a memoir. So Big E is writing a memoir, and it promises to be an emotional depth and a real talk. This deal was finalized last week. The book will be based on his Players Tribune article Sour, which was known for its vulnerable and introspective tone that he did. There's no release date on it yet, but kind of following in the footsteps of Mox and Foley and Jericho, like throwing out some
write your book.
Throwing out some books out there. It does kind of make me see the reality written on the wall.
I don't think he's coming back.
Yeah.
We have not talked about it all. We're running Swerve Okada, Fletcher Dustin. MJF has about, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Code Chris.
And now he's out there throwing shade at Goldberg. And stop doing that, sir. Goldberg's a narcissist. He'll come in. I don't want that. MJF.
No one wants that. No one wants that.
Someone had asked him, because I guess, because we all have heard what Goldberg's been doing. He's been out there on his sour tour after, saying, well, they cut me off from doing my speech, which they said, we didn't mean to do that, and that's why we posted the whole thing later, so that way everybody could see the whole thing. And well,
oh no,
I felt like I was the only one working in the match. Like after so he gave Gunther props. So he made it allude more towards, like, I guess the booking of the match. Like he was the only one that was trying to book it right. So I mean, he's out there throwing a lot of shade. And so someone had brought it up in an MJF interview and was like, well, if he wants a send-off, what would you say to a match with him? And he was like, I'd destroy him. Like,
yes, he would.
Man, don't talk shit though, because then that's gonna make Tony want to, like, give him some money. Don't do it. I don't want to see him come back. He retired. We're safe. You can mark us safe for many more Goldberg matches.
I'm totally going to do that on Facebook.
You're welcome. Carlos Silva talked about TNA's president in the future. TNA's president, Carlos Silva, sat down with SRS and shared some big updates. First of all, Slammiversary expectations were really high with a large venue, the FC crossover buzz. Also, they broke an attendance record for them. It's absolutely wonderful for them. Before I go on to the rest of the things he talked about, I do want to talk about a little bit of Twitter issue that we see today, which is people are talking about things that Eric Bischoff has said about TNA being a possible number 2. No, it's no, he didn't say nothing.
I know. I saw what he said.
But people are bitching and moaning about it because they're like, well, yeah, big deal. They did this many, and we're comparing it to like a random Dynamite show, and they needed WWE's help to get this far. Can we not just give them the props? Do we have to, like, throw other companies into this conversation, whether it's to bash on another company or to bash on TNA? Do we have to do that?
What Bischoff said, and he said it when he started, I'm not saying this as a knock at AEW.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying with this, what's happening, this could happen.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a hypothetical. Cool.
Well, and if this happens, and it's one of those things again, like I'm not knocking AEW. I love AEW. AEW is a distant number 2. If we're talking about numbers,
Yes.
if we're talking about money, they're a distant number 2.
Yes.
This could give them legit competition if TNA got a good cable deal.
100%.
Then we would definitely have a fight for 2 and 3. Nothing against AEW, but TNA is great. I'm not going to disagree there, sir.
You are not wrong. Look, I like Bischoff's opinion? Not generally. Can I admit that when he was doing the job with the checkbook he had, he did a good thing? Yep. Does that mean his opinion now means anything to me? Nope. You obviously hate AEW for whatever the fuck reason you have. That doesn't mean what he said about TNA is incorrect.
Right.
With the right TV deal and with the backing they're getting and with the tie into the WWE, yes, they could possibly. But you have to also remember, WWE is only going to put so much money into this.
Mm-hmm.
They may help them get a TV deal. Good for them. AEW is run by a billionaire.
Yep. Well, and the last time a partnership like that happened, ECW closed and they got bought.
I know that's right.
So, I mean, it's neither here nor there. I'm not saying they're going to buy TNA, but I'm just saying, like, if you want to reference it to the last time that they helped a company like that, they helped ECW. They got a deal. That deal got ripped from them and they closed. So, just because WWE's backing you does not mean you're going to be successful. You still have to have the product. Now, that's where I'll say TNA has the product.
They do.
They have a great damn product. And if they could get that on weekly television, let's do this.
The fact is, for the first time, 2 of my 3 are TNA things.
Yeah.
Because I watched Slammiversary and that shit was fire.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to see the Hardys and Dudleys one more time? Absolutely not. Is this a walker on a pole match? What are we doing? Stop it. Stop.
It's 3 rounds, Geritol drink in the middle of each
I
round.
know that's right. You're not wrong, Jillian. You're not wrong at all.
Yeah.
And I'm not a fan of Trick and JC having the titles. I don't like it. I understand they're doing this as a build-up to Bound for Glory. I get that.
Yeah.
And at Bound for Glory, the TNA person will win, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't like the optics of another company holding your titles. It's an optics thing.
I will say I agree with you. I'm not currently watching the show. To me, it depends on what happens tonight. If NXT comes full force running in there like DX back in the day in a tank and like, open the fucking door, like, okay, if y'all force it, let's do this. But like if there's no TNA involvement today, then yeah, I don't like it. Like,
I don't like it.
You chucked out the president sitting right in front of you.
All right. Do we have more news?
Anyway, yeah, just a little bit more as far as what Carlos had said. Shannon Knapp, which is the Invicta president, will be in attendance. Was in attendance, for Slammiversary as a crossover. He addressed some TNA departures, saying that the locker room has rallied despite the departures of the people that have done. I assume he's talking more about like Jordan and some of the other people that have left over, and probably in the process of leaving over. Yeah. TV deal, he confirmed CAA is repping them, and so they are open to moving forward beyond Access TV. TNA Plus is still being evaluated for future plans as well. Jazz re-signed as a backstage representative, so great there. Love to see Jazz still in the business. TNA Hall of Fame will continue with a refined focus. So they are talking about bringing that more into prominence again. And the interview that we're talking about was before Slammiversary. He did drop a tease for the AJ Styles appearance towards the end of it, which we'll talk about more of that in a minute. But fun note, Silva did not create the infamous TNA hat to go viral. There's a certain hat that he's been wearing that kind of became kind of viral. But now he did put them on sale because there's a fan demand for it.
Oh, okay. I didn't see the hat. So.
Which I will say, not many times I'm like, hey, Tony, learn a lesson here. Tony, give me a puppet because the fans want the puppet. I know we're not doing the Monet puppet right now, but give me the Monet puppet.
Harley's back. Give it to me.
Yeah.
That's big for them. If they don't re-sign Hendry and at least Santana, that's a problem.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll re-sign Hendry. I think he's going to jump. Honestly, if Mike Santana doesn't stay, I would like to see him go back to AEW as a single star. I definitely think he can pull some good matches with the talent they have.
I'd love to see him as a singles talent, or even if he went back with Ortiz, because he and Ortiz both have mentioned like none of the crap that happened was as bad as everybody said it was. Like,
so they're good.
Yeah, there wasn't a huge blow up between the two.
Bring them back. They were such a good team.
I will say I don't think the Hardys resign. That's because they've already said that they're on their last leg right now, and they want to finish.
Do one last run.
Yeah, they want to finish in WWE. So I am thoroughly sure that that's where they're headed with that.
Okay. If the WWE signs Private Party or signed Private Party, I'm willing to bet if the Hardys come back, Private Party is their farewell match.
That'd
because
be cool.
Matt has talked about how much he loves those guys. I would not be surprised at all.
Mm-hmm. I could see that. AJ Francis, that's an interesting one because AJ is so talented.
You're not wrong. Yeah.
But I don't think he translates in WWE. He's just one of those. It's like,
I don't either.
It's like we talked about Danhausen. You know, that supposedly they were thinking about Danhausen. He doesn't translate to that audience.
I don't think AJ Francis will ever get over what Michael Cole did to him. And I know that it was Cole doing it because he was told to, but I don't think the audience will ever accept AJ Francis because of what happened and how much they buried him for it.
So there's a little more behind that too. So he was told to do that, but that's because apparently AJ and Cole were pushing for a match at Mania. They wanted to do a thing. And then that got dropped. And so then it was just Cole talking shit every week.
Okay.
And then never got his comeuppance for it. So
either way, there's nothing. I don't know that AJ Francis could do anything to get back over with the audience because of that.
Yeah. Okay. That's the end of our news here. We do actually have a surprise to me. I didn't know until we got on here. I
didn't know I was getting it today. So
we do have a slight, quick unboxing. So I'll let you take that away.
So I had ordered a couple shirts during Dynamite in Dallas because we were told that we were getting a new heels design. And the day that she told us about it, I ordered it. What? Thank you.
Rude.
Thank you.
Okay, it's Grace. I approve.
Huh? Anyway, so this was actually a design that was done by a Heels member. Jillian, if you can look it up or remind me, I don't remember who it was, but there it is.
Yeah. It's a cute design.
It's my first Heels shirt. I'm pretty excited about it. It adds to my Heels collection, or my just wrestling collection. I don't even know what the other shirt is. It was just
one of those surprise ones.
Surprise. Yeah.
Like a botch one or whatever. Okay. That's cool looking.
Yeah, I like it.
I like that design.
So, yeah, those are the two shirts that I got. But when I saw the heel shirt, because of what it was, I was like, I have to order this.
Very
I knew I wasn't going to get it in time for Texas, but if I go to St. Louis, I'll totally wear it.
Yep. All right. That's okay, Jillian. We have horrible memories on this show. So
yeah. Lower my three. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, up here for the 3 count. I'm gonna go ahead and run through mine. Your last one might be. You said it might be a rant, so I wanted to leave that for last, just in case, because I love when we go through rants. So my first one is the Slammiversary statement title. NXT's biggest, or TNA, excuse me, TNA's biggest night ever. But kind of what comes next with that? They set an attendance record for their particular shows for 7,623 fans, which some people online, they're scoffing at that number, excuse me, because we're used to hearing the numbers for WWE and for AEW, but that's massive for them.
It's a huge number. When you haven't done it, that's a huge number.
Yeah. So great for them for doing it. So the whole idea of this is like, is this a builder? Is this a peak? Where are we going with this? The card was stacked. It had familiar names and cross promotional stuff in it, so it did kind of help with that as well. It increased buzz from digital and grassroots promotions. I saw so many posts about Slammiversary the night of. So it's great that they got that push, that my timeline was just covered with TNA stuff.
They were the number one trend for a while, which is great for them.
In both iterations too. I want to point that out because when I was live tweeting through it on our account, and I would do hashtag Slammiversary and TNA Slammiversary. Both were trending, so both were higher than what was going on out there. Could this help them build momentum? Hopefully so. Hopefully this brings more eyes to the product. But again, we need to make sure that we get it on a good place to watch it. So that's kind of the next steps. But congrats to them. Like that's massive. I've been a TNA fan since, like, we're talking back in the day. Back
AJ
when
Joe Daniels.
Even before that, I was like Abyss in a singlet. Ron Killings being the first Black NWA World Heavyweight Champion. Like, I was there from the start of it. As soon as I figured out what it was, because it was a weekly pay-per-view show on a Wednesday. Once I found it, I paid the week. Every week I would watch it.
I wasn't a fan of that match either, but yeah.
The main event
it was a good
was
show.
What it was.
Yeah. I was not a fan, but the show itself was great. I had a lot of fun with it. And I haven't watched a TNA show in forever.
Yeah.
Well,
and they're easy to slip into. Like, as much as I would have loved to see some of my TNA favorites, I would love to see a Rosemary show up on the show. But she's not as big a star as the stars they had on the show. And so for something that you're doing there to build the intrigue, you give the names we know. So I understand it.
100%.
Sucks. I would love to see her on the show, but
right.
I get it. My second thing is Drew dropped a couple of dumbbell level truth bombs. He recently was on Impulsive. And I assume he was being in character. I assume. But he said things like to the level of there are people that work here that look like they should be serving me food at McDonald's, not being in a wrestling ring. Y'all need to hit the gym. Shit like that. And it's like, oh, damn.
Yeah, that match was amazing. I thought
sure.
Mustafa was dead at the beginning, but he came out and said that it wasn't anybody's fault.
Yeah.
Like, he planned to take a nasty bump. It just was what it was.
Yeah. It's kind of like the bump that AJ took. AJ Francis did that spill off the ladder onto the other ladders. And I don't know what happened with that. I haven't seen him say what happened with that, but he decided he was going to take it leg first instead of landing on.
He Yambag Jones.
Yeah. Like,
which
he split the uprights.
Was the first thing I thought of, and I cracked up laughing.
First thing you thought about was his yam bags? I understand.
Yambag Jones. Like, that's some copyright infringement from Taz, I'm aware, but...
Right. But yeah, he said, here's the quote from it. 85% of our guys don't look like they would be in WWE on Netflix and stuff. It's like, Jesus, guys, get in the freaking gym. Good Lord.
He's not wrong.
I'm not saying he is. I just like I'm fine with there being bigger dudes in it. I'm fine with there being some guys that, I can see myself on the screen. But good Lord. Whether he was just being tongue in cheek, whether he was doing a kayfabe, whether he was actually spilling his thoughts, I don't know, but that was one of my favorite things. Anytime he gets on there and just starts throwing some shade out there. Yep, we're going to talk about that here in just a minute too. And the last thing I want to say is we have a new DLC that's going live tomorrow. KSI in his Prime Bottle suit. New Jack, Jordan Grace, Penta.
Wow. Okay.
There was another one too. Who's the other one? Shoot, I already forgot. I didn't have it written down. I don't know why I didn't write it down, but I know there's another one.
Is it a female?
Bull Nakano. There we go. Took me a second. I assume that's Lady Alpha then, because you're saying good night. So, all right, Lady Alpha, thank you for coming in.
The LA at the end kind of made me think it was Lady Alpha.
Ah, that's valid. See,
this is why you keep me around.
Just air up there. Appreciate you coming in. Can't wait for you to go live so we can be in your chat and talk a bunch of mess. A lot of people are saying this is the strongest pack yet. This is the one we've kind of been waiting for because Penta and Jordan showed up like right when the game started to come out. There is still some, is it Monica Monroe? Maybe it might be Monica Monroe. There has been some question though, as far as the Jordan Grace, model that they used. It is very much like her last little bit of run in TNA look.
It's not good.
It's not good. They didn't scan it very well, which I find it fascinating because so New Jack, I saw his entrance, I saw Bull Nakano's entrance. They look pretty spot on. And the fact that you can get a model almost spot on for two people that are no longer alive, but the one girl you actually have in your studio that you could have the scanning technology for couldn't quite get it right. I don't know. I did see some screenshots yesterday though that did look a lot cleaner. So I wonder if they did the Bailey treatment, because you remember when the game came out, Bailey looked a mess too. Like she had a really high hairline, her face was round for some reason. None of her facial features really were in order of what they are supposed to be. And they fixed her before the game came out. So maybe they've already done some tweaking because of what people said, but we will see what that looks like tomorrow. Can't wait for it. Now we're going to go ahead and get on your 3 count. Leon Slater's coronation, the youngest X Division champion ever.
Okay. I've been very upfront about the fact that I'm not a fan of Moose. I don't get the game. I don't get the character. He's not bad in the ring. I'm just not a huge fan. Don't dislike him. Just not a fan. Doesn't do anything for me. He did such a good job of putting Leon Slater over, selling for him, making Leon Slater look like $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed this match, and it was not just Leon Slater.
Yeah.
I enjoyed what Moose did for his part of the match that made it a really good match.
Yeah.
Leon Slater's crazy. That kid is so good. And I can't wait to see what he does next.
Mm-hmm.
That match was great. Moose did a great job. I love him putting the title on him. And then obviously AJ coming out, and it basically makes Leon Slater the face of the X Division, and I don't have a problem with that.
Not at all.
It was just a really good match, and the whole AJ... Seeing Leon Slater start jumping up and down when AJ came out makes me wonder if he knew.
I don't know. He looked really giddy, and so I would love to believe that was just he didn't know.
We're not going to tell him who's coming out or what's happening.
Yeah.
But there's a segment after his match.
Yeah.
Or they said stay in the ring or something.
Yeah. Like someone gave him the Iggy, like, of, hey, stay here.
Right. It was such a good match start to finish. Like,
Yeah.
it was just a good match start to finish. Showed off the talent of both men. Was just so good.
Hey, Sean.
So, and then the AJ thing was great. I love seeing AJ out there. Yeah, no kidding. They're
Yeah.
both amazing. Nick Wayne's had an incredible year. But yeah, it was just a really good match, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't seen an X Division match in a while that I was like, okay, that was really good. I really enjoyed that one. I've seen some that I've been like, okay.
And to me, the emotional ending, like the way it ended, was phenomenal as well, because you had Moose laying on the ground. He rolled further away from the turnbuckle, gave the double bird, and then Leon soared into a swanton, got up back on the closer turnbuckle that he was near, hit his 450 swanton or whatever they called it.
Yeah. The Swanton 450 is crazy.
Yeah. Yep.
So it was really good. It was really well done. I have no complaints. Like, it was such a good job saying, okay, this is our guy. We're gonna ride his coattails now for this division.
Yeah.
Because it showed he can get in there with anybody. Because if he can look that good with Moose, imagine what he does with somebody smaller.
Oh yeah. He'll look great. Like, I'm hoping for the day that we get Leon versus John. I think those two
Devon
in the ring,
Evans, the young OG? Yeah.
Yeah. Those two in the
so
ring
good.
together are gonna be insane.
Yes, that would be crazy. Yeah, QDA. Yeah, exactly. So, you're good.
But yeah, so it was an emotional moment, and then AJ coming out made it even better.
And his thing about the one more match, I'm like, oh, please do.
Well, and so
his final match should be in TNA.
I thought the final match was going to be him and Leon, the way he was going to play it there for a second. I thought he was going to be like,
how good that would be, though?
How what?
Do you know how good of a match that would be, though, and how good it would be for Leon?
Yeah,
like that
be
would
amazing.
be so. Yeah, that'd be incredible.
Even because here's the thing, even if AJ went over, because you would look at that and go, obviously, like AJ would have the advantage in that match. Even if he lost to AJ, but took AJ to the limit.
Yeah. AJ beats him with some roll-up or something crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or catches him in what is a rookie mistake.
Yeah. Could be crazy.
Yeah.
Slater kicking out a Moose's spear. Like, it shows a level of grit for him.
Yes.
So there's going to be some things. I don't see that happen at SummerSlam. Eshaun?
I don't think he will. I don't think it would be a bad thing, though. I don't think it would. If you want to do this partnership and actually benefit TNA, do that. It's not going to hurt him any, Stampede. It doesn't hurt TNA at all. It doesn't hurt AJ. It's one match.
Like, what if he's the one that gets the belt back for TNA?
That'd be fantastic. He wins the belt from Trick, goes over there and drops it and surrenders it.
Yeah.
Bacon has another title. It's fine.
Your count number 2. Now, this one it's a bit controversial, so I want to go ahead and say that now. I want to make sure everybody in the comments understands this is a conversation. We are not.
This is my opinion too. Yeah. This is absolutely me.
Well, I want to say that because there are people even in our own media group who have talked about this and are kind of tired of the conversation, but we have our own opinions on things, and so we want to talk about things sometimes. And there was something that we both messaged each other that seemed really odd about Slammiversary. So Tessa Blanchard, her re-entry into the spotlight has been loaded with controversy. She had those past racial controversies. It's well documented and largely unresolved publicly. At no point has she went out into the public and have referenced the fact that she, said some things. And so we turn on the TV and we see her with Alicia Fox. I'm gonna let you go from there.
To be fair, I have
To be
not
fair.
watched anything involving Tessa Blanchard because I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm good. I understand. She said it. It's it's something that happened in the past. At no point have I heard an apology from this bitch. So to me, you're still a racist bitch, and I don't want anything to do with you. Why? Somebody tell me why. Why did they put her with Alicia Fox? Like, and I know that's not the name she's going by. I don't know what it is because I don't watch TNA on a regular basis.
Victoria Crawford.
There you go. Is that her actual name?
No, I don't think so. I think that's another kayfabe name. But anyway, like, we're talking about her being with a black woman, a respected veteran. It, especially without any acknowledgement of the past issues, it just feels kind of tone deaf. And this is not the first time that something tone deaf's happened with her.
Her name is Victoria Crawford.
Oh, is it? Okay.
That's her name.
I did not know that.
Victoria Elizabeth Crawford. I need someone to explain to me the thought process here. Is this we're going to run her out there with a black woman to show that she's not a racist? Why don't you just have her wear a shirt that says, I have a black friend? Well, like...
I mean, that's what I do.
What? Dude, yes. She does... Yes, it feels icky. You're not wrong, Jillian. I was watching this and I'm like, I'm sorry. I messaged him and I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, this is what we're doing?
Well, and here's the thing. Like, if she... I'm not even going to say if. I'm going to assume she is legitimately sorry for the things that she said. But I feel like we're handling it all wrong. The next pay-per-view that they had after everything went down, they had her lean more towards, I assume, I'm hoping anyway, is her background of being Hispanic. Because they kind of, they gave her the gimmick dress up of being of that ilk. So I assume.
No, apparently she actually is part.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I hadn't looked into that, but I assume. But like, so we talk about her being racist because of her comments, and then we go, well, no, she's Hispanic. No, no, that's not how we fix things. And then now we stick her with someone of a different race. It's like that's not how we fix it either. We just address it. Address the statement, address the thing.
Address it, own it, and move on from it.
Yeah.
But have an actual sincere apology. Like, admit that you did this stupid thing, that you've talked to people, and have an actual sincere apology. Because until you do that, you're going to get your racist chance, and I'm 100% fine with him. And if I was at the show, I'd have started him or joined in. And if I'd have been ringside, I'd have said it to her face. This is horrible. They suspended her indefinitely. Please tell me this is where you fire her. Her and Alberto Del Rio can go start their own company because we don't need either one of them. They can go wrestle for Hogan and Bischoff because nobody wants any part of that either.
Feel you there.
Oh, wait, they can't. They're not Caucasian. Anyway.
Okay.
I just can't with this, and it's so tacky.
Yeah. I think that's the button on it for that is just it is icky, it is tacky the way that we're handling it.
Literally like Julian said, it gives the ick. It's so bad.
No, and WWE's not beyond it either. Like don't get me wrong. WWE's had some massively tone deaf situations.
Oh, 100%. They're tone deaf as hell. Tone deaf as hell.
Like, I still to this day, I don't understand. I know there was that Twitter beef between Swerve and Booker, because Booker was like, it's a great place for a black man to work, da 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 da. And then Swerve called him out, was like, aren't you the one that stood there and looked at your white boss say the N-word? Like,
aren't you the one that said the N-word to that white dude?
well, no, that's that. Yeah, that's a whole other thing.
I know.
But
I
just don't see, like, I to your point, Stampede, I would be saying the same thing about either company. Like, if Tessa was being pushed in WWE, same thing.
If she was being pushed in AEW, I'd say the same thing.
Yeah, it's just,
I'd have the
it's
same
a bad
problem.
It's a bad choice. It's bad optics of how we're handling it. She's a talented person in the ring,
no doubt.
and if she went
is
out there
as hell.
and even like not even in the show, but just like a real, not a kayfabe, a real behind the scenes thing of her saying like she's sorry about it or whatever. It's very much to me similar, not the same, but similar to Hogan never went backstage and apologized.
Or when he did, it was a non-apology.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying.
It wasn't,
he's still
I'm
an
sorry
apologist.
I did this. It was, I'm sorry I got caught.
It's a different time, and we were going through a rough time, and she was dating a black dude. And they used to say that word to me all the time, like I was one of them back in WCW. Never actually apologized. But like
that's why Mark Henry hates him.
If she just would apologize, that's it. Just put a public apology out there, and then move it along.
You're not wrong.
Yep. Not wrong at all. Now to the one that you said is going to be a rant. I don't really have any notes on it because I don't know what we're talking about, but just the Don Callis family.
Okay. I have watched them do this whole thing with Don Callis from when he turned on Kenny to where we are now. First of all, I can't stand Don Callis' character. I literally want to punch him in the face.
You mean you can't stand Don Callis?
Yes.
That's not a character. That's Don Callis.
That's just who he is. We're doing this whole Don Callis family thing. Here's the problem. This is not a family. This is Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher and everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Do you understand the talent we have in this group? Why? First of all, let me rephrase that. Most of the talent. Hechicero is terrible. My guy is terrible in the ring. I don't understand how you are this bad and some kind of luchador legend, because you're ass. Lance Archer is a great big man, and you don't use him that way.
Yeah.
Rocky and Trent are a fantastic tag team. Josh Alexander was a champion for how long in TNA? And carried that company?
Mm-hmm.
And you've turned all of them into fucking jobbers. Except for Takeshita and Fletcher. And then you have him approach Dustin in the ring, talk shit about his family. Bro, are you serious right now? And then he goes backstage and tries to talk to Scorpio Sky. What?
Mm-hmm.
Could you make this storyline any more convoluted, stupid, and pointless?
Right.
Why are we here? Why is this a thing? You're not wrong. I don't disagree with that. That doesn't make it necessary or up their stock in any way, shape, or form. And that's where my beef comes in.
Yep.
The whole point of being on TV is to increase your stock, whether it's with this company, to go somewhere else, to get a booking in Japan, whatever the case may be. This is not what we are doing.
Well, okay, so now that I know where we're going, I can get on board here. Don Callis talks so big of a game about this faction that it just doesn't deliver.
No.
It's almost like we're trying to do Heenan family vibes, but we don't have the balance or the purpose of what this family's supposed to do and be.
Here's the thing. With the Heenan family, you had a very specific structure. They had a tag team. They had a main event guy. They had an IC guy. I agree.
Yeah.
No, I agree, and I don't have a problem with that.
Her point is just it's a weird focus. Like we're doing this stuff and then we're
Yes.
slipping over there of like, oh hey, by the way, it's
Right.
Scorpio Sky.
Kyle Fletcher's going to do this main event thing. Takesha's not even there after All In. And then we have this. But we also have the Dustin thing where you talked about the Rhodes family and you thought, like, no. I'm sorry. There are very few things in wrestling that I feel like are off limits. Talking shit about Dusty Rhodes is one of them.
Okay.
I understand why he did it. I get it. I know. That doesn't make me okay with it. Like,
So I'll say though, kayfabe wise, he did his job with that though, because now you're pissed because he talked bad about Dusty.
100%, he did. I just feel like there's certain things you shouldn't do. And I know he said the Rhodes family, and I understand that's not Dusty. It's the Rhodes family. I get it. That's still pretty fresh. I know it's been a number of years, but that shit is still pretty fresh.
Yeah.
And it's Dusty. Like, if you...
That is a great call there, Stampede.
I don't know if Okada's officially in the Don Callis family. I don't know if he's officially there. I
think technically he is now. Because he just kind of slid away from Elite.
Right.
Sorry, Nicholas and Matt.
No, they're not Nicholas and Matt anymore.
Sorry, yeah,
Nick and Matt.
Nick and Matt Jackson, the Young Bucks.
And that Titantron was fucking amazing.
The same person that made that is the one that made Orange Cassidy's, I can only assume.
Or Orange Cassidy made that. I'm not sure which.
Back there.
I just don't... I get that his whole goal is to make you hate him. I get that. There does come a point where you stop caring because you don't like them. You're just like, whatever.
Well, so to attribute it to WWE, right? When Punk left, what did we do with Paul? Paul got Ryback, he got Cesaro, and he got McGillicuddy.
Yeah.
And then Brock came back.
Right. And then they got kicked to the...
No, they were still in the group, but they were just back. We didn't talk about them. It's very, like, if you're gonna have a faction, and I know that I'm comparing to the Echelon, I'm comparing to the Heenan family, I'm comparing to DX, but everybody has a thing and everybody has a focus, and it just seems like Takeshita has a focus, Okada has a focus, Fletcher has a focus. Everybody else is just window dressing. The tag should be going for the tag belts. That should be like, there should be just a backstage segment of them talking about how they're going to get the tag belts. Give that a focus. Big Man should be talking about being big man on campus. What's he going to do? Who's he going to murder?
Your name is literally the Murder Hawk Monster.
Yeah.
All you're murdering is standing by commentary. You're murdering someone's view. That's all you're murdering.
See the back of your head.
He got in the ring. Like, they had a match on Collision.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, Hechicero was trash. Just straight trash. But he had jet speed for a chokeslam, and Dorado. It's not Lindsay, it's Mascara Dorado. One super kick and he lets go. What?
Yeah, he's a monster. He should. There should be no.
He should have booted that dude into the front row and then finished the double choke slam. Like, It is.
Yeah.
Except that nobody cares about this one. We all like the Bullet Club.
We don't get cool T-shirts out of this one.
I'm more interested in what Solo's going to do with those bunch of clowns than I am these 4 jackasses from the Don Callis family, and I don't even like Solo.
Yeah, Tama, Tonga, and I don't know, the taller one.
Something else, Tama, something.
Taller
But
Tonga. That's Tala
I
Tonga.
guess. Literally, somebody with a list came up with that. It was Cody. I just don't.
Listen here, baby. You're taller. You're taller than everybody else. You're going to be taller Tonga. You'll be a monster. If you will. I've killed Tori. I apologize.
Tori's been trying not to die since she got back from Dallas.
You sound a lot better today, though.
I do. I've been coughing up a lung, but that's all it is at this point. It just. I'm just not a fan of what they're doing here, and I don't know whose idea this was or who's booking it, but it's Dookie.
Yeah. I see where you're coming from on it now that I've gotten some context for it. I agree. There's no focus to it, and it's kind of, and to the point, all 3 companies that we've talked about today have this issue. There's a lot of talent on their roster. Some people fall through the cracks. When you have a faction like this, everybody should have a focus, or they shouldn't be in the faction. The faction's like, I'm okay with the faction if it's just Okada, Takeshita, and Fletcher. If that's the only people in the like, that's fine. That's a good faction.
That'd be amazing.
Maybe keep when Brian Cage comes back, like keep Murderhawk for right now, and then have Brian Cage come back in when he's healthy, and then
there's your tag team.
There's your tag team, and then we're done. That's it. That's all you need. We don't need to add more people to it. And maybe that's why we added the best friends into it. Maybe that's why, I don't know. It's just
RPT Vice. Yeah. The turn on them is inevitable.
Yeah.
Them and Hechicero are going to get the boot sooner rather than later, and I'm going to be fine with it. But I just don't. I just feel like there's so much more they could do with this.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just terrible right now.
Yeah.
And I saw it the 44 times that he was on Collision, and I just...
He's playing Jimmy Hart.
No.
Jimmy Hart had bigger factions
Literally.
because he could be out there all the time.
This man had 97 factions.
That was actually, I forget which book it was in. It was one of the one of the Death of WCW books that I read, and one of them specifically was they were talking about. They had a quote from Eric, and Eric was talking about Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart managed everybody that was a heel in WCW, and the entire point was because he wanted to be out there the entire show. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying.
And then hold on. So I didn't say this last night in the chat when I was watching the rewind of it. Why are we opening up that wound again too? Because like they had like a 2-year long feud between Judgment Day and LWO that just kind of fizzled out, and we stopped talking about it because Ray got hurt. And now
we stopped talking about it because it was stupid.
Well, no. That's without Ray, there was nothing that we could put behind it though, because the whole point was Ray and Dom, and then Ray got hurt. Like, oh well, shit. Now we can't do that. So now we're back to those people against each other. Like we could have bumped up the Creeds. We could have had a cool thing with the New Day. So weird. But anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it is time for the main event.
What the fuck?
So we talked about
I'll take shit he hasn't told me about for 300.
No, we talked about it a little bit last week. I just officially put it in place today. Yes, long-term booking, they'll say. Absolutely. And a year later, we brought them back.
Stampede really just tweeted this. The Don Callis is the Saul Goodman of AEW. Well done, sir. Appreciate you. You couldn't tag us or something in that? Thanks. It's fine.
Why give us credit for anything? We're just two idiots. Now, so we kind of have been having this rotating ending cap to the show every week. And I finally decided to just kind of give it its own name. So it's the main event. It's going to change from week to week of what we're actually doing in the main event. But the main event this week, I'm bringing back one of our old things, which is on a poll. So on Twitter right now, there's already a poll out there. The poll is, which match should main event SummerSlam Night 2? Because we've got 4 banger matches that are happening right now. I think we know which one.
Do we have 4? Do we really have 4?
I think we have 4. There's 4 that I'm excited about. I'm excited about Cena versus Cody. I'm excited of Gunther versus CM Punk. Naomi, Rhea, and Io. And I'm stoked about this cage match for the U.S. title. Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu in a steel cage? Hell yeah, give me that. So what do you think? And people that are in the chat right now, what do you think should main event Night 2?
Io, Rhea, Naomi.
Okay.
Without a doubt. That match, especially with what they did on Raw, is going to be so good. Because you're going to have, can Rhea pull the trigger on Io?
Mm-hmm.
Naomi's retaining. Let me start here. Naomi is winning this. But the question is, what is Rhea going to do when it's her and Io? Especially after last night.
Well, and I would almost say the other way around, too. Because we kind of got a mini Damage Control reunion. And Asuka specifically pulled out the have fun with your friend, Rhea. Like, so does that mean that her friends in this, like, former faction that she was in aren't a fan of her buddying around with Rhea? Are they going to get involved?
So, my thought is either they're going to get involved in the match or they are going to, afterward, when Io loses, if they've gotten involved afterward when Io loses, they're going to attack Io and Rhea's going to help. And then we set up that tag match for whatever for Paris.
Okay. I like that.
Because that tag match absolutely elevates all 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I saw something saying they were talking about like building the company around people. And Rhea was one of them. Like, she's somebody new. This bitch is a 3-time world champion. What?
We've built the entire company around her a couple of times.
Oh, that's amazing.
Thank you, sir.
That's amazing. You did not actually have to fix that. I was just being a smart ass. Oh, that's so good.
No, but we love it. Thank you, Stampede. I think that one being a main event is like that's the want call. I absolutely think that should. I think it's gonna
be Cody Cena.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be, but it is going to be.
Yeah.
This is one of those shows you could also, I hate to say it, you could make a case for Lyra Becky to main event.
Yeah.
I don't care about Gunther CM Punk. Jacob solo in a cage is going to be good. Jacob's winning.
Mm-hmm.
Jacob's getting his title back.
Unless
he lost the title for the shock factor.
Unless we still have an MFT missing.
Who?
Tom ain't been there.
Oh, that's true.
And there's
Possibly.
the tease of Zilla might be coming in now.
I thought Zilla was going to TNA with
They did, yeah, they did
what's
that.
his face.
Yeah, they did that.
Was that on the show? Because I missed it.
It was on the pre-show. Same link. If you want to go back and watch it.
Oh,
and
I don't.
It's the pre-show.
I'm not watching the pre-show.
On that point, I'm gonna go ahead and throw in a little like personal thing on this. On that point, I commented on a tweet today because there was a guy that was very well moved by the fact that Enzo and Zilla and all that showed up on a TNA show.
Okay.
And someone dogged him, saying like, imagine crying because, you know, Enzo is showing up on a show. I'm not a fan of Enzo. He's talented. I'm not going to dispute that. I'm personally not a fan of him. But I am not going to use the old term, yuck somebody's yum. Let people be emotional over what they want to be emotional about. He is invested in that show. And yeah, he got emotional because one of the people that he was hoping to see show up showed up. And showed up as well as he always has. Because he got on the mic and he ran his shtick, and people in the crowd loved it, and they followed through with the whole beat and everything. We got to see a new kid that I haven't seen before, which apparently was the Bishop. Looked like Sid mixed with I don't know, like Sid mixed with Brody a little bit as far as the way he was acting in the ring.
Okay.
I mean, good kid. Yep, that whole shtick. He did the whole thing.
Yeah, literally. Did he do the whole thing?
Did the whole thing. And so, like, good for him, and I'm glad someone liked it. And, like, stop, like, complaining about people because they love this.
Okay, so as I pointed out to you recently, I did not realize that when Bryan Danielson retired in Seattle, I did not realize at the time the crying girl is Aubrey Edwards, who is a friend of mine now.
Yeah.
I know Auntie Collins has gotten shit for crying at shows.
Mm-hmm.
I know a number of people that have. You know what? I love that you are so invested in this that that's the reaction.
Mm-hmm.
I'm never, ever going to make fun of somebody for it. Male, female, neither, both, whatever.
Yep. I can put on one hand how many times I've cried when it comes to wrestling, and like just to go through a few of them. Yeah, you would. Enzo would fit in TNA. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I cried when Bryan won the title. When it was
I was pretty excited about that. I don't know that I cried, but I was pretty excited.
I didn't cry, but I was really emotional when Hogan turned. Like that, because I was the Hulkamaniac kid. Like I had the workout and the robe and all that shit. I had all that shit when I was a kid. The wrestling buddies, the whole thing. I had both of his rubber wrestlers. Like I was a fan. And so I was emotional when that happened. I didn't cry, but that's because at that point I was, I don't know, older. I was a teenager. But so like I was pissed about it. It hit me. I cried when Dusty got to come back and have one more like run with both his boys in WWE. Like that got to
solid.
Me. And same thing with him getting inducted in the Hall of Fame. And we got to see Cody cry for the first time. Like that got to me. You know, if you're that emotional and that invested, then more power to you.
Look, to me, it's no different than reacting that way to somebody winning an award or something,
mm-hmm.
to a sports team winning something, to a sports player winning something. It's no different than anything else someone else is invested in.
Well, and it's that weird dichotomy again of pro wrestling is different than everything else. And so like you go that route, I'll go this route. It's crying at a movie. It's crying at the season finale of a TV show. You know, I can't tell you how many times I cried at Ted Lasso. And all that shit's fake.
Shit is so good. That shit is so good.
They did a teaser for season 4 today.
For season 4. So ready for it.
Did you see the teaser?
No.
They already put a teaser out. It looks like it's gonna be good. They officially have said it's him coming back to do a female football club. So, I'm a little.
Jay Briscoe.
I think it should have been over there.
Jay Briscoe, Brody, the Brody Show.
Yeah.
Especially now that I know Amanda.
Yeah.
And I've met Brody Jr. Like, I don't know that I could watch that show now without just losing it.
Oh, Bray coming back. When he came back and he was just Bray in the middle of the ring.
That promo
Got me. Like, it's okay. If you get mad at it, if you get happy with it, if you get sad with it, like, that's the whole point. It's a show. It's entertaining. But anyway.
Apparently Monica Monroe is an actual wrestler.
Okay.
And she tweeted, "Hi, I'm Monica Monroe, living rent-free in Booker T's head, sending love to my Monroe sister, Blake."
All right, so...
oh, she's a reality wrestling tag champ. That's why he fucked it up.
Mr. Shawn Michaels.
That makes way more sense now.
Mr. Shawn Michaels, we have an opportunity now.
Oh, happy birthday to Shawn, by the way.
That's right. Happy birthday to the heartbreak old man.
He is 60.
Yeah. He ain't a kid anymore. We need to work on that moniker.
The heartbreak gentleman.
Yeah. I like that one. Heartbreak, like, that sounds nice. All right. Real quick before we do the go home, another word from sponsors.
Yo, Ace Finley here. You're kicking out a 2 intern with a mic and a mission. And before Michael and Tori break down the latest in wrestling, I got to tag in the man with the voice that hits harder than a lariat, Rip Calloway.
Appreciate the hot tag, Ace. Now listen up, folks. If you're looking for that perfect blend of sports talk and squared circle heat, look no further than our friends at Chairshot Sports. They've got articles, podcasts, power rankings, and takes hotter than a summer death match. Whether you ride with the gridiron or the G1, Chairshot Sports has something for you. Want to know more? Easy. Check out the description of this video and get yourself connected. Chairshot Sports. Smart, sharp, and always ringside ready.
Remember to check them all out and do the thing. Let's get back to the show.
All right. Heartbreak Senior Citizen.
See, that works too.
Yeah, that works. The HBSC. I'm good with it. All right. Today...
And, Blake Monroe replied to her and said, "You're cute."
Aw.
All right.
But is it like her and TNA, you're cute? Or her and AEW, you're cute, rather? Or is it just you're cute?
Oh, no. Blake said that to
Well,
Monica.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Right.
Depending on which of her character is saying she's cute, we might end up with a whole different story.
Sure.
Today for the go home, with July rolling on and Ozzy Osbourne's voice echoing in our hearts, we are reminded that you can't kill rock and roll. It's here to stay. Just like wrestling, it's loud, defiant, and belongs to everyone who finds a piece of themselves in it. Wrestling is for everyone. Because like Ozzy sang, freedom fighters sent out to the sun deserve a space where their stories are told and their presence matters. Let's keep the spirit alive for the misfits, the rebels, and every soul who's ever felt the beat of the bell in their chest. Trying to do this serious, and then he's over here complaining, comparing him to Abe Simpson. Thanks, Stampede. With that being said, make sure to catch us on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, BlueSky. Sign up for the lovely Discord. It's right above my head. Make sure to catch out W.GG. Use kicking out, all one word, and get you 10% off that first order. Hit us up on all the socials, drop your thoughts, share your faves, and keep this conversation going. And in the meantime, and in between time, we will catch you on the next one. Bye.
Here's the cover. Can he do it? Kick out